for tuning in. If you guys want to start a jumper business or a rental, party equipment rental, here you came to the right place. I did jumper business for 9 years, and basically I'm going to review and tell you guys where to buy things, how to start the business, and what to do and what not to do. My sources are going to be down below. I used Gabinos Jumpers. It's a company down south in Southern California. I used to buy tables, chairs, some equipment from them. I wouldn't buy everything. There's things that are kind of expensive, things that are a good price. I used to love their chairs and tables. I'll do a feature video about things that I liked and didn't like. Then I used another guy that he was just he started a business in his house, and over time he ended up opening his own factory. I started buying custom build jumpers from him. One of them is in the background. I told him, hey, I want this specific, and he'll make it for me. I'll show another future video of another jumper that he made, and I love it. It's a slide inside the jumper. Kids don't get dirty. Love it, you know. And then my third source is AJ's Wholesale. I used to buy poles and connections for canopies, things like that. I'll give a description of items that I bought from them. Like I said, it's gonna be down below on the description. You're gonna have all the addresses and phone numbers to call them and get the same equipment I used to get. They might have good prices, they might have bad prices, but you be the judge of those. So if you want to get started, keep watching the video. I'm going to give you some pros and cons of this business. The pro of this business is it's a flexible schedule. I mean, you can work as many hours as you want, as many days as you want. You can start finding different types of equipment. You can work every week, every day of the week, or you can just work weekends, whichever you prefer. It's compared to other jobs, I feel like it's a good source of income. I've had what do you want to call them, associates that have been in the same business, and they will say, hey, I came from construction, I was making $40,000-$50,000 a year, $60,000 a year, and I put in full-time. I started the bounce house business as a part-time, and now I'm in full-time making over $100,000 a year. So you can scale it, whatever skill you want to do. You can do something just as a part-time, or you can scale it up to where you're making a decent living, you know. You spend more time with the family. I used to just work the weekends, holidays, things like that. So I'll have usually 3 or 4 days off of free time to be with the family. You probably do have other positive things that you can have from this business. You get to know a lot of other people, but that's the main points. Now you do have some cons. You know, you are running a business. It is stressful. You are having to deal with fixing problems. You got to be a problem fixer. You know, you do have some liabilities. People can get hurt on this business. You got to go fix that, or something ripped, or something burned, or something got damaged, or whatever it is. You planning somebody's party, you need to be able to take care of their party. You know, anything happens, a machine breaks down, you got to be able to replace it, make it a pleasant experience. You know, you are prone to theft. People might steal something, or sometimes they'll lose things. Sometimes they'll misplace things like that. So you got to be cautious about that as well. You working in this business is not. If you can see it, you get dirty. You know, you get dirty, you can get injured. Things like that can happen as well. The other one is you got no weekends, no holidays. Typically, those are the days that you're the busiest, and you're going to be providing that service those days. You can't be saying, oh, you know what, I'm not going to work the weekends, because that's the days that you're going to produce the most. You know. So the big thing is that you gotta decide what do you want to buy, what kind of business you want to do. There's the small events like regular. You have regular kids parties, or you want to do big events like weddings. Recommendation, I would start with small, because it's usually the capital to start that it's less. You know, it's a lot faster. You don't have to put in too much money. You get to test out the the idea first and see if you like it, see if you like the business idea and everything. And then if you really like it, then you start investing more money into it. Now the bigger events, like weddings, things like that, you are gonna make a lot more money, but it's a bigger investment. You know, you're talking about having a business that, like I said, it's small events. You're looking at a couple of $100, where a wedding could be a couple of $1,000. You know, so if you want to get started, the easiest way, like I said, is just investing on a small. I personally started with a bounce house and a couple of tables and chairs. I started making a couple of dollars. I started making more money. Once I started making money, I ended up leaving my job, which was, I was working at McDonald's. I believe I was getting paid like $6-7 an hour. And then I was making probably like $600 every 2 weeks. When I started the jumper business, once I reached the $600 every week, at least once a week, I was working 2 or 3 days. I decided to quit my McDonald's job, and I went full time on my party rental equipment business. Eventually, I started making quite a bit of money, and it was really nice. Now, if you want to start the business, it really doesn't take that much. Like I said, I started with a jumper and a couple of tables and chairs. I believe I started with $2,000. To register your business is not really that expensive here. I'm in Kern County. The business, you're looking at, I think it was like $35, $50 to register your business name, which you have to have a license. That's basically your license to start your business. And then you just publish it in the newspaper. I'll have future videos. If you want to see the process of how to register your business, how to get everything set up, I can make a future video. Just leave a comment down below if you want that information. Like I said, if you want to go with the small events or do you want to go with the bigger events, let's start with the small events. Typically, if you want to get started with the small events, like I said, you probably just need a couple of tables and chairs, and then and then depending on the season, you want to have a water slide or a bounce house. The reason why is because in the summer you're gonna get the water slides. You're gonna rent out a lot of water slides. In the winter time is when you start getting the bounce houses more common. And if somebody rents a bounce house in the summer, the kids are gonna overheat. Item to rent out during the summer. Usually the water slides are the ones that rent out the most. But if you were to ask me what to start in, I wouldn't start with bounce houses. It's a lot of work, and it's not enough pay. I know it's an option that you need to provide, and sometimes a lot of people won't rent other items if you don't have a bounce house. But I would recommend you, if you can possibly not rent out bounce houses. It's a big liability, and it's like the pay for it. I didn't like it, you know. The problem with bounce houses is that they're bulky, they're heavy to transport. You have to inflate them, deflate them. When you get to the party, to get to the location, you have to inflate them, then go pick it up, deflate it, take it back home, inflate it again, clean it out, deflate it again, roll it up, and have all those. It's a lot of time consuming, and the pay for them a lot of times it's not as high as other items. The return on investment on those items, on the bounce houses, typically is lower than other things. A table, I can get my money back within like 7 rentals, where a bounce house will take 10 to 12 rentals, you know, or maybe even longer. Now, for example, the ones that were actually profitable are like cotton candy machines, hot dog rollers, popcorn machines, things like that. The return on investment was a lot faster. It was less cleanup. If you want to find out the prices of things, I would recommend you calling the places down below. I'm not associated, I'm not linked, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm just here to help businesses, and I give you guys the information. Like I said, you don't have to use these companies, but I just want to help you guys and find the right place to go, you know. Prices, I don't know the prices of them right now. You could give them a call and find out how much they cost. Like I mentioned, I feel like the bigger return on investment items are like those specialty items like Snowcone, Hotdog roller, chronic candy machine, canopies, heaters, things like that. I feel like usually on those, within a rent, a 1 or 2 or 3 rentals, you get your money back. They rent a little bit slower, but it's less work and it's higher return on investment. So when getting pricing, like I said, I feel like if you underprice, you're gonna get the worst customers. When you price it at the average of other service providers, you're gonna end up having better customers. If you price a little bit higher, you're gonna have less customers, but you're gonna have higher quality customers. But you also have to provide higher quality service. Because you're not gonna have the customers that don't care that the chairs are dirty or things like that, where at higher price, typically people want higher quality service. Now, the way I advertised on my business was, first I started with friends and family. I started going around telling people. I was working at McDonald's. I started letting all my friends there, all my coworkers know, hey, I'm starting to rent out tables and chairs, and a lot of times they tend to help you a lot. Then I started doing online, like for example, I started doing Facebook. I created a Facebook page, and I started advertising in Facebook groups. A tip on that, always join the groups that have higher members. That way you get the most views, you know. If you go into a group that doesn't do that well, you don't want to join those groups. You want to join anything over 10,000 members. That's what I used to do, and I used to get plenty of business. Now, speaking about friends and family, I know when starting, a lot of times they're gonna start asking you for free stuff, or you're gonna feel bad and want to give them a cheaper price, things like that. I would say stick with a fixed percentage, a 10% discount, 20% discount for friends and family. If you want to give them that discount, but they shouldn't be expecting you to give it for free. You know, you think about it as this is your work, this is your income, this is what you're providing. You need to support your family, or you need to support yourself. You can't do it for free. So if they're true friends, they're gonna know that. They're gonna support you by saying, you know what, I don't need a discount, charge me the full price. Maybe later on when you become stable and everything, maybe you could give them a good discount. In this business, the best thing to do is create connections with other companies as well. Sometimes you have to build relationships with other people in the same field. You know, I've had occasions where I ran out of the equipment. I didn't have everything I needed, so I'll call different companies and ask them, hey, you know what? Do you have this? I need a few tables. I need a few chairs, or I need this. Do you provide runners? Do you provide linen? Do you provide whatever it was? You have to have a relationship with other companies and help each other out. Another source for me to get recruiting customers, I would try to get talk to party planners. I'll go to venues. I go to community events, school events to try to get more business. A lot of times, for example, wedding planners will call me, hey Max, I need linens, you know, and that was a good source of income because it was just a recruiting every week, every weekend. I always had business. This business is about a customer service. Like I said, the higher the service that you provide to a customer, the better you're gonna end up getting. You're gonna end up charging better for your equipment. Your customers, the higher quality customers, are gonna take care of your equipment a lot better. You're gonna get referrals, and you're gonna be able to go build a relationship with customers that they're gonna keep renting for you for a lifetime. You know, so you have to go above and beyond. And get those recommendations from those customers saying, hey, this is the person that you need to use. You have to be creative with this business. Summer, like I said, summer you're gonna end up renting the most water slides. You're gonna have plenty of business during the summer. Winter time, it starts slowing down, but you have to be creative and find solutions. An example, I wasn't renting on the winter, so what I started doing is renting out those popcorn machines. People love popcorn in the winter. You know, I started providing like coffee dispensers, things like that, just to increase the rentals in the winter. Hey, this concludes my video. If you guys liked it, keep watching the other videos. I'm gonna have future videos about equipment, how to use the equipment, how to fold the equipment, how to take care and maintain equipment, things like that. So follow my other videos. Thank you.